Hello, 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 beautiful people. I'm Tom. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. I think we're live. Awesome. Hey, everyone. I'm Tom, owner and co-founder of Chaseki Tea, based in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm streaming to several platforms today. Our YouTube channel, my private Facebook page, and our Chaseki page, and many, many more. And maybe you can already see in the title of this live today, I will be talking a little bit about books. Books related to Japanese tea and the tea experience itself. So last week I was talking a lot about marketing approaches. I provided a couple of recipes, and I was thinking maybe you guys would be interested in a little bit of literature, books to read about the topic of Japanese tea. So as you can see, I already have a little bit of information. Sorry for the glare here. That's from the light over here. So I have two books that I would like to feature today, and I just talk a little bit about them so you get a vague idea. The first one is The Story of Japanese Tea by T.S. Sosen. T.S. is a good friend of mine. I've been working with him a couple of years ago, helped him to create a couple of offers for his online course around a tea ceremony. And he wrote this book not too long ago. I think it was released in 2018, 2019, something like this. And hands down, this is probably by far one of the best books that you can find related to Japanese tea. There are many, many books, and first-hand information that I have from TS is basically you can find all this information which is in this book in other books, but they're all in Japanese. And usually the Japanese, they have, how to say, it's very difficult sometimes to get Japanese to open up for a broader audience. Let's put it that way. And so not necessarily all the books will be translated into any other language. They will always remain in Japanese. Unless you can speak Japanese, you will not be, you will not get the chance to actually understand and read those books. So TS did what a good author is doing, or a good entrepreneur. He realized there is a problem, which is not mine, but I take care of it. So he took all this information from those books and he packed it into this one. You can get this on Amazon if you are a member with our matcha workshop. Basically, if you took our matcha workshop, this is going to be a part as an ebook version. You get this book as an ebook version. If you don't want to have ebooks, you can just go ahead on Amazon and get it. I think it's about $20 US. And as I said, it's probably, not probably, it is by far the best book on Japanese tea that you can find out there. And TS is taking a very nice approach. Actually, mine was even signed by him, as you can see here, as a good friend. Dear Tom, February 28th in 2021. That's when we start working together. Yeah. So in his book, he's talking about how to grow tea, basically, and how tea is impacted by soil, by environments. He's talking a lot about the history of tea, how the tea actually came to Japan, how they discovered that shading would actually have an impact on the quality of the tea. That was very interesting. He's talking about all the entire process of the tea production in general. He's teaching you a lot about the different types of tea that you have in Japan, from sencha to kabusecha, gyokuro, and all these things, bancha, of course. And every single tea is explained in this book. He's also talking about the production of matcha, how traditional approaches with bamboo are different to modern approaches with cheesecloth, canopy, harvest covering. So I think if you want to get a deeper understanding on Japanese tea, this is a must read, and I can highly recommend this book to everyone. Even if you're already knowledgeable about Japanese tea, this is definitely something that I can highly recommend. It's a good read. It's not too long. It's about, let me see, 185 pages, something like that. Yeah, 185 pages. And he's talking about the sencha, kabusecha, gyokoro, hojicha, Japanese oolongs, wakucha, matcha, and also the drying process on different teas, the tencha, and of course the regular tea. And yeah, so highly recommended. And the other book that I will talk about today is going to be quick, short, live. I was really thinking maybe you guys would be interested in marketing books or personal development. So I was thinking maybe we start off with something like this, The Book of Tea by Okura Kakoso, which is written over 100 years ago. And this is also, you can get this for free basically with us. I have a license for this book. So if you're ever interested and you take our workshop, online workshop, this is part of the workshop, and we give this away for free to all of our students. You can, of course, go ahead and buy this here in Thailand. It's around 360 baht, which is a little bit more than, around $10 US. I think that's the average price for this pocketbook, $10 or 10 euros. And this book is, again, it's been written a long time ago, over 100 years ago. And Okura, he's actually taking approach of the Book of Tea. He's talking about the cup of humanity. So he's calling it teaism. He's talking a little bit about the history of the Japanese teas, and the different approaches. Like the Western culture is very different to the Japanese culture, obviously. And the Western approach is to implement tea as an afternoon tea, and it's basically just a beverage. While in Japan, the tea has a much deeper meaning. It's about the tea ceremony and to find the moments of reflection and insights during that tea ceremony. He's also talking about the school of tea, and how the tea actually came from China in the 8th century to Japan, and how Japanese actually took the tea and made their own thing out of it. It's talking about Taoism and Zenism, and the philosophy behind it, the philosophy movements in Asia in general, around those religions. He's talking about the tea room. He's describing the architecture and the interior design of a Japanese tea room, and the styles, deliberated, redesigned, allow to greater reflection for the guests. And so he's also talking about the flower arrangements in an art as a key part of teaism. And he's talking about tea masters, the people who organize the tea ceremonies as a tea master, and their history. So this is definitely something that I can highly recommend. And it is a good read. Also easy to read. I think this one has, let me check. This one is 143 pages. So you can do that in a couple of sessions. Instead of scrolling through your Facebook, maybe you have a book next to the restroom. And instead of spending time on your phone, you spend time reading, and you actually learn a little bit more about the precious teas that we all enjoy so much. So this is basically what I wanted to talk about today. I would be really interested in what you guys would like to know more about. I mean, obviously, I'm addressing different types of clientele with my streams. We have the tea heads that just enjoy drinking tea, but we also have clients or people that are interested in opening a tea business. These are usually the people that take our workshops. I think 60% of all of our students are actually opening a tea house. Over the past 3 years, we had, I think, around 2,500 to 2,800 students. Way more than 300 of them opened their own businesses. So for me as a business owner and trying to improve my brand and also my services to our customer base, I would be interested to know what you guys would like to learn or what you want me to talk about. Because obviously I'm not just spending time in front of the camera just for the sake of it, but I want to provide value to each and every one of you. And yeah, so I have an entire library here full of books around business development, about marketing, about personal development. So it would be cool if you guys can leave me a comment below and let me know what you would be interested in, and I can feature that kind of stuff in the future. If you don't comment, I will feature it anyways. I just have to come up with the idea of what you might be interested in, and it's just like fishing around. So I would highly appreciate it if you guys could reach out, leave a comment below, and let me know what you would like me to talk about in the future more when it comes to the topic of books. Yeah, so again, to round this thing up, or to wrap this thing up, recommendation number 1, the book of Tia Sosen, The Story of Japanese Tea. Very, very good read. And this is a classic one, The Book of Tea by Okura Kuso, and definitely worth reading. You give a lot of information around the tea ceremony and about the tea culture in Japan in general. All right, that would be all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, let me know in the comments below what you might be interested in. Should I talk about books that are related to business development, marketing, personal development, or more tea books? And also let me know what you like to see in tomorrow's live. Maybe you have some inspiration for me, and I would be more than happy to jump on that and give you guys some insights on whatever you would like to hear. All right. That would be all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Keep drinking the good stuff, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.